Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 3, purchase terms and purchase discounts lost. So what exactly are terms? So when you see something where it says 3/15 N/N45, what does that mean? Well, oftentimes in order to encourage our customers to pay early, right, what we're going to do is we're going to offer them a discount. So if they pay early, we're going to offer them a discount. So, but before we get there, right, before we give a customer an ability to go on account, meaning they don't have to pay for it immediately, do we need to do credit checks? And the answer is yes. So before we offer terms, we're going to go through and make sure that our customer is viable. So, but what do these terms mean? Well, 3/15 N/45, what does that mean? If we pay within 15 days, we will receive a 3% discount. The net amount of the invoice is due in 45 days. Over here, we see 2/10 and 30. What does that mean? If we pay within 10 days, we will receive a 2% discount. The net amount of the invoice is due within 30 days. So again, get a 2% discount if we pay within 10 days. The full amount is due in 30 days. The one thing, though, that I want to talk with you about is this whole concept of purchase discounts, right? And it looks really tempting to go ahead and take these discounts, right? Because in the long, like 3% is pretty big, right? However, what we have to remind ourselves of is that if we are buying inventory, right, and we're going to be reselling it. So if I'm buying inventory and reselling it, and if my margins, meaning that the difference between my selling price and my cost isn't really big, then I may, if I spend all my money paying my invoice early, taking advantage of this discount, I may run into trouble, because if I have to go out and borrow money from an outside investor or a bank, it's going to be big problem. And you want to borrow money, not when you need it, but when you don't need it. So you're not coming off as desperate. Wow, how many things in life that's applicable to. So, but again, over here, before you look at the purchase discounts to say, oh, we've got to take the discount, you have to make sure, do you have enough cash on hand, right? Do you want to pay an invoice early and risk not making payroll? Probably not, because guess what, everybody? If you withhold payments from employees' paychecks and you don't make those payments to the government, you're going to be personally responsible. So we don't want to do that. Now, the other thing is you'll see some textbooks are going to say, oh, like, let's go through and record these purchases at the net method, meaning we're going to assume we're going to take the discount. And then if you don't take the discount, you've got to use purchase discounts lost. That's just absolute malarkey. I wouldn't do it. If you have an instructor that's having you do it, send me a message down below, and I'll give you some stuff to share with them. So, but in any event, it can come up from time to time. And what is going to be the amount lost by not taking a discount? This can sometimes be a very fun formula to test students on. So this is from Accounting Tools. I'm going to leave the link in the YouTube video below, but let's check out an example. Going with our airport theme, JFK purchases 10,000 suitcases from LaGuardia, or LGA, for $150 each. The terms are 310, net 30. The goods were sold FOB destination, and JFK received the goods on March 4th, 2023. What does that mean? When do we record it? If it's FOB destination, that means free onboard destination. We're going to record the purchase when we receive the goods. But if we make a payment on March 6th, how much of a discount will I take? Well, am I going to be eligible for the discount? Well, if I receive the goods on March 4th and I'm making a payment on March 6th, yeah, it's within 2 days. So it's within 10 days. So I'm eligible for a discount. So how much do I owe? Well, I have suitcases. I have a total of 10,000. And then what was the purchase price per suitcase? My price per suitcase was $150. right? So right over here, I've got 10,000 suitcases. My purchase price is $150 per suitcase. So when I multiply this through, I'm going to take 10,000 times 150, and I'm going to come up with 1.5 million. So how much of a discount am I going to take? Well, since I'm paying within those 10 days, I'm going to be eligible to take a 3% discount. So my discount percentage is going to be 3%. Okay, let's move this over here. And so right over here, if I take 1.5 million and I multiply it by 3%, so what is the amount law? How much of a discount did I take? It is going to be $45,000. Now, if JFK makes a payment on March 30th, 2023, meaning that they're not in the discount period, what is the amount lost in terms of an interest rate by JFK by not utilizing the discount? So this is where we're going to go over here and use the accounting tools formula. We're going to take the discount percentage, which is going to be 0.03, divided by 100% minus the discount percentage, or 0.97. Okay, I'm going to multiply this over here by 360, which is the number of days and I guess in a year someplace. So this is where it really represents. And then the allowed payment days is going to be 30 minus the discount days, which are 10. So when I go over here, and I'm just showing you where the numbers are coming from, right? Always fun to do. So when I come over here, this is going to be 0.03 times 360 divided by 0.03 times 360. I'm going to divide this by 0.97 times 20, or 19.4. So when I go through and show this over here, this is going to give me a 55% loss by not taking advantage of the discount. So this is what I'm losing in terms of a discount percentage. But again, this may seem like a huge deal. It's like, oh my God, all this money is going out the window. But if it's going to cause me to go bankrupt or not make payroll or something else along those lines, you have to manage your cash as a business. If you pay something early just because it has a percentage discount, just because it's on sale doesn't mean we should go out and buy it, right? Just because it has like that allure doesn't mean we should go through and do it. So again, when you're looking at this may seem very high, and it obviously is, but at the same time, if it's going to jeopardize our business, we want to be extra careful. So I want to thank you for joining me here today. Please leave any kind of questions you might have below, and appreciate your liking and subscribing. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.